Hello, welcome to the live stream. My first one, and with this setup in quite a while. And we are looking at the M81 group of galaxies. We have M81 here, M82, Garland Galaxy, forget the NGC number, and a random galaxy here. So I'm just going to play with the histogram a little bit to see if I can make it look a little bit better. Yeah, I didn't turn on removing satellite trail, so you can see that there's some in there, but this looks pretty good. Let's see. Do two monitor view, that might be better, but I think it's good if I can just show you my histogram work anyway. But yeah, when I go pretty bright, you can see there's like a checkered pattern of satellites around here. Yeah, interesting. So I can see if the algorithm here can get rid of it. So I'm just going to do is I'm going to just pause this. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go remove satellite trails, remove, sure, and then I'll clear, and then I'll go back to the very first frame, and then I'll let it restack. And it's going to take a few seconds, and we'll see if those satellite trails are still here. Hey Nathan, I'm using the ASCAR 71F, no reducer this time, and the ASI 2600 MC Pro Astrocam. Yeah, I think switching this option to remove did get rid of those satellites, which is pretty cool. I'm at 24 frames, 25 frames. It stacked 26 because it stacked the first frame twice. It's just how it works. It's almost an hour of data. And I think once I hit maybe an hour, 10 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes, I'll open it up for people to suggest where I should look. And then we can do a little tour of the sky. Some globular clusters should be out. Globs are always fun to look at. And then with Sharp Cap, I can do a quick plate solve, and then we can see what we're looking at. It's a pretty cool feature. I'll quickly show you what I am looking at in Nina here. So this is just a single 120-second frame exposure. My HFR looks pretty steady. It's been 2.10 the entire time. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a big bright satellite. Let's see, if I look at my guiding numbers are actually pretty good. All these big bumps are going to be wind. It's very windy outside. Lost connection a little bit, so I can go back here. And in my equipment, I do have the ZWO-CAA working here, so you can see that I can control it through my framing here. Pretty interesting. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. But I think I'm going to take a couple minutes to head outside and see if I can see some aurora. I went out maybe 20 minutes ago. I didn't see anything, but I'll try again. Hey, Sundog, George, and Beverly. I just came back from outside. I don't see any aurora. Hey, welcome from the UK. Hey, Jim, welcome. Since we have a good amount of people here, I can look for something else to point to. Should be fun. So I was looking at M81 and M82 here. So if I pull up the deep sky annotation again, we can see exactly what's here. But we can point it to something else. I think M3 is visible. It's a cool globular cluster, but I don't think it's high enough for me. So I'm gonna put in the chat window 2 galaxies, and let's see what you all vote for. Let's see, where's the poll? Oh, hey, Sundog. Yeah, sure. How's the edges tab going? Start a poll. Vote away, people. Hey, Astrobits. Party time indeed. Let's see. I'm just pushing up the histograms because I want to look at so this is just with the 70. I want to look at this. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see a lot of H alpha coming out of this, but M82 is like one of my favorite galaxies. It's one of the first ones I've seen, besides M31, like through telescope, because it's just so bright. Oh, nice. That's a great thing to do. Make friends with the people who make telescopes. That's what I try to do too sometimes, whenever I can. Oh, nice, cool. That sounds like a fun plan. Fun night activity. And looks like the Whirlpool Galaxy is winning. 60% of the votes. In about 2 minutes, I will switch to it. I'll do a quick demo of the rotator as well while I'm here. Ooh, nice Crab Nebula. Crab Nebula is hard. I want to see what yours looks like. You'd send it on Discord. How am I controlling the rotator? So in Nina, hold on, let me pull it up. So in Nina, it's just another equipment. So under the rotator, I connect to it using and it just shows up as ZWCAA. Just need to make sure you download the latest ASI driver, which is driver 6.5, and it appears here. And I can manually control the mechanical position as well as the sky position. But what I'm actually going to do is just use the framing wizard, and I can control the rotation here. So it's about a minute. I'll point it to M51, and we'll take a look at it, and we'll change the orientation. I'm not planning on saving or like processing any of these images. It's I'm a little too wide field for these galaxies for my liking, so I'll just leave it as is. All right, so I'm gonna let this exposure finish in 10 seconds. Yeah, it's a little over an hour of integration here in SharpCap. All right, that finished. So I'm just gonna stop this. All right, so now I'm going to go to Framing Wizard. So look for, let's say M51. Oh yeah, thanks. It's actually the limitation is usually with the ASI Air. It's the ASI Air that doesn't let you connect other non ZWO equipment, except for mounts. I think like they have problems with cameras and the EAF, but but they have ASCOM drivers that you can use for in Nina that'll connect to ZWO products. It's just the ASI Air that's pretty locked down. which is a shame. All right, so anyway, so this is what the galaxy looks like now. So I can actually do determine rotation from camera. So I already know this is what it's going to look like because I already did this for the M81 shot. So I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to do it anyway. And then oh yeah, it's got to play itself. Just you've messaged me before, Sundog. If you just look at your chat history, you should find me there. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So let's say I want to change the rotation. I want to make this up here, so I can just change the rotation here like this. If it'll let me, there we go. So I can change the rotation like this. Move it here, and then what? I have another option here. So if I click drop down, I have a slew, center, and rotate. So if I click slew, center, and rotate, it'll do its thing. While it's doing its thing, I'm going to make a note of the current sky position, mechanical position, and sky position. So the mechanical position is the 260 degrees of the rotator itself, so it's 14.44 degrees, and the sky position is 285.29. So both of those values should change once the framing is done. So let it slew and take an image and rotate the rotator. Sundog, I'll find you on Discord and I'll send you a message. I'll say, hey. Oh, I think you found me. I see you typing to me. Cool. All right, took the first image and it is moving the rotator to mechanical position 48.99, and it's going to do another exposure. It also has a rotation there. Like it looks like it's close enough. So I did, 320 degrees. It's at 319.68, which is close enough. And I think now it's moving the yeah, so it's going to do it one more time. So it did it 3 times the first time too. So I think it does the rotation first, slews rotation, and then it does the actual RA and declination syncing. So it doesn't do it at the same time. Oh, there we go. So okay, so it did the rotation, it did all the things, and it is starting to guide. It does that automatically. I'm not imaging, so I can just do just gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't need to slow and center. It's starting to guide. 10, 60, sure. So I'll do, okay, so I'll let it image. And then we'll start seeing it come up here. And I'll also set up my sharp cap in the meantime to get those images for some live stacking as well. I need at least one image before I can do that. All right, and the poll that ended in a tie, but when I looked at it last, it was Whirlpool Galaxy that won. So that's my excuse for picking Whirlpool Galaxy. Oh, sorry, Beverly. It's yeah, my mic is. Didn't realize my mic was picking that up. I know it's a little bit. My mic is a little bit quiet, so I have to get so close, but it's somehow picking up my speaker. It's a Sundog messaging me as a Crab Nebula. It looks pretty good, Sundog. I will, let's see. Look at that, a 2-minute exposure of M51. Such a tiny, cute galaxy on a 71 millimeter. Okay, so I'll set up my sharp cap now. Let's see. So let's see where it is. Oops. All right, pause these. All right, now it's ready. It was just missing M51. Clear. Alright, there we go, finally. There's less to see in this, so I can zoom in and we can take a look at M51. Yeah, there's still less big things here, but there's a bunch of other stuff around here, including a bunch of pretty far away galaxies. Alright, I won't spend too long in this. I'll start looking for a new target. Actually, M3 may be in a good position for me now, so I'll put that in a poll as well. Sorry. Yeah, you should try. Yeah, M13 is coming around. M13 is a bit bigger and brighter than M3. It's also my favorite. Here, I'll pull up Stellarium here. So I was looking to see if I can look at the. Whoa, just looks weird. Why are you looking like this? Ah, all right. Stellarium does not want to cooperate on that monitor. Hey, Jesse. Yeah, so rare these days. I wonder if I do this. No. Weird. Yeah, Stellarium does not like that monitor. Hey, Dan. Welcome. Thanks. Yeah. Me too. It's very windy. I don't know how long I'll last. I'm also not imaging to really keep any of these images, just imaging for the live session, for the live stream, and to test out the CAA. But I'm going to put in a new poll for people to pick, and I think I have your favorite globular cluster for the poll, so I'm going to put that in there. I feel like wispy clouds are the worst. And that's what I had last, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? There's that wispy clouds the entire night. I just packed up at around midnight. Either give me full clouds or no clouds at all. That's my mantra. Actually, don't give me clouds at all. That's my mantra. Unless it's a drought, then give me clouds and rain. And it looks like M3 is gonna win, so I'm gonna leave this on here for another 4 minutes, and then I'll switch it to M3. So we should have uh, 20 minutes of data on M51. Not too bad. Again, I'm not really planning on really keeping this data set anyway, just for the live stream. Oh, nice. That sounds fun. Yeah, my sidewalk astronomy group wants to meet up and do something tomorrow night too. So we'll see. I might be doing a star party over here while you're doing one over there. Thanks, Sundog. Yeah, I'm looking at them. They're really cool. I'm glad you're having fun with the edges snap. Yeah, it's supposed to be clear-ish here tomorrow, but I don't think I'm gonna have the yard. I think my neighbors have dibs on it, so I've got tonight and maybe Sunday if it's clear, but we'll see. Yeah, tomorrow the seeing is also poor again, and the transparency is below average. Today's transparency is actually average, so tomorrow might be worse for us here. Hopefully, you all get clear skies. So I think I'll let this exposure finish, and then we'll look at M3. Your focus has been really good tonight. Yeah, my setup right now is mostly like almost fully automated now. But since I don't have a permanent setup, I still have to break down and then set up and polar align and do all of that stuff. Hopefully, in the future, I'll have something where I can just leave it. It's my goal, my dream. Yeah, but no master magical. Yeah, Jesse here trying to tempt me into spending more money. Oh, I already went over. Okay, I'm gonna stop this, and then we're gonna do. I'm gonna look up M3. Oops. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I need like a completely full setup, a second setup that I can send down there if I ever do that. But we'll see. I'm slowly getting there, I think. All right, M3. So with globular clusters, rotation doesn't really matter, but since I'm demoing the CAA here anyway, I'm just gonna do the rotation anyway, even though it doesn't matter at all. It's a little bit frozen because my script is copying my last M51 image, so I gotta give it a couple of seconds. What's a couple $100 more a month? Yeah, I know. It adds up. CAA is the yeah, you're right. It is the Canadian Automobile Club, or the Canadian Automobile Association. Actually, here in Massachusetts, is the Cambridge Automobile Association. I'm joking. It's the so if you look at equipment, it's the rotator, it's the camera angle adjuster. So this lets me, so like in my framing here, see, this is the outline is what my camera's sensor is. So I can actually change the rotation like this. And normally, if I wanted to change the angle, what I'm looking at, I would have to go outside and then physically rotate the camera, or physically rotate the camera angle rotator, the physical rotator, and get the angle I want, which is really hard to do because you're doing it blindly. But with the CAA, I can do it through software, and I can pick any orientation I want, like this, and then I can do click on this and do slew center and rotate, and it'll take a picture and then it'll rotate for me. It's super lazy. It's yeah, it's that's what I was saying. Like pretty much every part of my setup is automated. Like even the focusing. I have an electronic focuser here as well. But I still haven't decided whether the CAA is really worth it. It costs $350. So it used to be 300. Thanks tariffs. So I don't know if it's worth it. Like for me at home, it's definitely not. I don't mind going outside and switching the angle if I want to, and most of the time I don't. I just live with whatever rotation I arbitrarily set up every time I go outside, and then I just crop and rotate in post processing if I need to. But again, if Jesse ever influences me enough, and I do send my setup to Starfront, or have any other kind of remote observatory, this would be really useful because I can take any angle I want. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm torn. It's more money for accessories that we probably don't need. Yeah, my Sea Star is damaged right now. It can't even lift its arm. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Sea Star is definitely the cheapest thing to send and the cheapest thing to maintain over there. But if I'm going to send something to a Bortle one site, I'd rather it be like maybe like 120 millimeter Apo quadruplet, because I feel like the Sea Star is like so portable. I take it with me in so many places. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you, Astrobits. It's a hard life. We have a hard life here in the Northeast. Right, with globular clusters, I like taking shorter exposures so I don't blow out the stars in the middle. Oh, there I go. It's a cutie. M3. I've seen M3 through a 25-inch f3.5 Dobsonian. Looks amazing. I am looking forward to the springtime and summertime so I can go back to my club's field to use the giant telescopes. It's just been too cold these days. I haven't been there since November. Sorry, bragging. If you could see like yeah, man, I need to get you out to that field. But you could count individual stars. Yeah, I don't know if you can count all of them, but you can see separations like in the center. It's incredible. M13 looks even better. Ah, sorry, Jim. Yeah, the weather is against us. Hey, Jay. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get you out to that field. I did recently learn that they would be okay with me putting in one of my planetary cameras in there, so I can take some images. Oh, nice. That's gonna be a great upgrade, Dan. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. Yeah, that video got a little bit of attention. I'm glad it was helpful. I want to do a new one with just Dobsonians. Thanks for swinging by, Sundog. Good luck playing with the new app. Let me know how it goes. All right, now I'm gonna set up my sharp cap. I'm just using a UV IR cut filter. No narrowband or anything. Pretty basic. And it's the SV Bony UV IR cut filter. I've had it for a long time, and it's treated me well. My only complaint about it is that it has star halos on really bright stars. But I think that's a problem with a lot of filters, especially with oxygen data. All right, now I'm going to switch over my sharp cap to M3. So let's pause this. Let's clear. Hey, Uzi. Yeah, I have a Dwarf 3. I have a video on that, reviewing it from a couple months ago. And right now I'm working on a, whoops, I'm working on a comparison between the S50, S30, and the Dwarf 3. I was going to publish a version last month, and then I learned that C-Star is coming out with their own equatorial mode, and the prices were changing, so I decided to delay that a little bit. But I have the Dwarf. I enjoy it. Oh, look at that M3 live stacked. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, M3 actually looks really nice live stacked. Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. I have given quite a bit of feedback to Dwarf Lab about their interface, and usually what they tell me is that the UI and the app itself is still a work in progress. So to expect improvements in the future. So that's what I'm waiting for. So that's my so I give them the benefit of the doubt that they are aware that people have complaints about the UI, and I've also actually given them feedback about the quality of the images because I don't think they're utilizing the sensor as well as they should be because the sea stars are far more sensitive than the dwarf. I've given that feedback too, and that's going to be in my comparison videos. I have a bunch of examples that I'll show. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, so yeah, look forward to that video. I think that'll be my first, maybe my second middle of April video if I can get it done. Yeah, I have most of it done. I just need to. Yeah, there's like free time to make videos these days is rare. But I am enjoying M3 right here. Yeah, and M13. If I don't know how long I want to do this live stream because I have to do like four more things tonight outside of the live stream. So I may end it at around 11:30 Eastern time so that I can do my other stuff. But yeah, this looks pretty good. It looks a little bit fuzzy, but I think that's just because it's small and I'm using the 71F, so I don't have as much of a resolution here. My resolution isn't that great. Slash pixel scale. Insert other jargon. Ooh, in a little bit we could try another globular cluster called the snow globe cluster. It's an NGC number. It's much dimmer than M3. M3 is a max 6.3 and Snow Globe is max 9.7. But it seems to look cool on Stellarium. I don't think I probably have imaged it before because it's in that region of the sky, but I may not have processed it. So I am going to switch to that in maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I'll keep M3 going for a while. Exactly. Why not? Yeah, and seeing how low to the horizon M13 is, I don't think we're gonna get to that tonight. So I'll have to save that for a live stream in a month or so, if the clouds comply. But the clouds usually are better, and I'm gonna stop talking before I jinx myself. people voting for globular clusters. I will say that M45, the Pleiades, is an open cluster, and people seem to love that one. And the double clusters are open clusters. Well, there's a galaxy NGC 5263 here. I wonder how far that is. So that's 60 megaparsecs, or almost 200 million light years. Cool. So if I close this, I should. Let me zoom in 100%. There it is. This galaxy right here is almost 200 million light years away. Looking back in time. Oh, hey, cosmic ray. Yeah, globs are. I know what you mean, Beverly. I feel that way too sometimes. There are some really cool open clusters, but yeah, like globulars are super interesting. They're like actual solid objects. They contain so many old stars. It's always intriguing. Hey, cool, from the Poconos. I used to when I lived in New York. I used to frequently go to the Poconos with the telescope. No sea star back then though. What is it? My beautiful picture ruined by an airplane. Looks like this. Yeah. I guess life stacking is not gonna remove this. Um, I could make these stronger. It might be able to do that, but yeah, this must have been a really close plane. Look at the wingspan. Most of my frame. Oh yeah, look at that. It's this one frame here. Hmm. It's kind of cool though. It's like a uh, beam of light. Okay, I think all that means is that I should yeah, delete the sub. Oh wait, is that gonna restack? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Astrobits. Let me delete that frame. What frame is this? What frame is your name? There you are. Okay. Okay, so now, oops. So now I can go back to here. All right, clear, pause, clear. Let's go back. Let's go back. Restack. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about deleting the frame. Yeah, it did fit in really nicely with the glove. I am using the ASCAR 71F and the ASI 2600 MC Pro as my gear tonight. And again, this galaxy right here is 200 million light years away. Super cool. All right, and in about 3 minutes, I'll point it to the snow globe cluster. We'll take a look at what that looks like here. Its NGC number is... Yeah, I know, like we can barely imagine 1 light year, like 200 million. So this is NGC 5466. Let's load the image. Look at that. All right, I think it'll fit pretty nicely. Yeah, it is like almost Mag 10, I think, almost. But so is that galaxy, so we'll see what that looks like. Where's my imaging? Where's my sequencer? No, imaging. Let's see. It's almost done. So I'll let it finish this image one more, and then I'll point it to... Oh, it froze. Alright, so I'm gonna stop this. Go to framing. I'm not gonna mess with the rotation this time. I don't think it matters. Actually, is there an open cluster right here? Wait, what is that cluster? IC4335. Yeah, so maybe I will mess with the rotation. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. I can mess with the rotation. Now, like at the beginning of this video, I was like, of the stream, I'm like, I don't know if I want this thing. But now that I can frame these together, ah, cool. What did Alexa tell you? Yeah, that's funny. Hey Chris, what's the farthest object you could capture? Um, there is probably quasars, maybe blazars that are pointing right at us. There is a famous one. I never remember like the designations, but there's one about 9 billion light years away that you could probably get with a pretty nice setup. Um, yeah, I can't remember the designation, but if you look up, sorry, but if you look up quasars, bright quasars to image, you'll be able to get them even with pretty moderate setups. They're probably like Mag 16 or 17. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it'll look like a star, like a point of light in the sky, but yeah, it's definitely super interesting. Sure. Okay. Look at that. It kind of picked up in a 10-second exposure. So let's see, 120-second exposures. ton 618. Well, how far is that? Yeah, it's a quasar. Oh yeah, look at that. It's 10.8 gigalight years. So that's 10.8 billion light years away. So yeah, if we could get that with the C star, then yeah, the quasars I'm thinking of would be no problem with like my setup right here. Yeah, I've shot the ISS crossing the sun a couple of times. I do want to track it one day with one of my SCTs or something. That's true. That is the closest celestial object. But if I were to get corny, I would say the closest celestial objects are all of you. Truth. We are all made of star stuff. Alright, here's the globular cluster. It's looks okay. Definitely not as good as M3, but it is called the snow globe cluster. And there's supposedly a bunch of really bright blue stars in here. So I'll get a couple of these images. Ah, crap, I should reset the dither. I'll get a couple of these images and then we'll stack them in SharpCap and see what that looks like. I should stop really hitting my mic. I'm sorry. I really thought this area was like an open cluster, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of designation here. This galaxy here, this IC 4355 is just a galaxy over there, and these HIP are stars. Interesting. Yeah, M64 is in my vicinity, but with my 71F, it's probably going to be pretty small in the field of view. But I can point to it after I have maybe 15 minutes of data on this one. We can take a look at it. And I am going to step away from my desk for a few minutes. I'm going to check outside to see if I can see any auroras and check on a few things. So I will be back. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. I'm glad everyone's having fun. Guess I've only been gone for 10 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can bring out more detail on the glob. Oh, I'm glad he's doing that. I know you hate that part of Toronto. You might have to talk to Panda and compare notes on where the worst drivers are. Yeah, I know how you feel. I hated driving in New York, but I had to do it so often. Yeah, I've driven in Toronto before. I don't remember what it was like. It's been so long, pre-pandemic times. But I'm sure it's much worse now. I feel like everywhere is much worse after the pandemic because so many people are driving as opposed to taking public transportation. Yeah, New York is the worst. It's like 90% taxis. And I think this is as good as I can get with this globular cluster for now, but I think it looks pretty good. It's an interesting glob. Snow globe. Yeah, I read your mind. Yeah, it's supposed to be more blue. Trying to see what I can do here. Yeah, it's definitely a lot less clustered, more loosey goosey globular cluster. Yeah, M3 and M13 are very dense. Ooh, can I do this? That's too much. Uh, whoa. Forget it. Yeah, I need to do like a little bit of like remove some of the green here. that just messes up the rest of the colors. Where's white balancing? Oh well. Well, I'm happy with what I can see here. Yeah, like 12 minutes of exposures. This definitely looks like a globular cluster. So even at Mag 10, this looks pretty good, I think. So I'm gonna switch it to M64 for Dan. So I'll go back to my Nina. Oh wow, autofocus has changed. Yeah, I have autofocus. The IEAF. I don't think I needed autofocusing. I don't know why it's autofocusing. I usually don't autofocus unless it's gone off by more than 10%. Did I? Oh yeah, I didn't change it. Whoops. Oh, I'll let it finish. Oh nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like some of these telescopes, like you can just focus once and leave them alone. They don't shift too much. The biggest uh the biggest factor I've seen for focusing is like big temperature differences. So like in the summertime when it's warmer in the evening, and then if you have it on until 3 a.m., it's like 20 degrees cooler. That's when the autofocus shifts enough that I feel like I need to refocus. Yeah, so I just noticed that it did the autofocus, and then it determined the next position, or the good position should be 6056, but it didn't actually move it. So I moved it manually, and I'm checking the HFR. Yeah, whatever. It's close enough. All right, so next I'm gonna move it to M64. Black Eye Galaxy. There we go. Now there's a bright star here. Do I keep it in frame? Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. Then I'll do slow and center. Yeah, and I think M64 will be our last object of the night. Yeah, it does look like a black eye, huh? Here's a image from NASA. Pretty cool. Compare that to that. Yeah, but this is by Hubble, so you know Hubble's cheating. It has no light pollution in space. But yeah, but like zooming in, like these are nebulae in this galaxy here. Super cool. Yeah, me too. Like seeing Hubble images is what really got me into wanting to do deep sky astrophotography. I would love to be able to replicate this one day. I need a big refractor, I think, and a dark sky. But some amateurs can take incredible images. Well, that's really cool, Jim. I like that idea. Putting the phone on the shoe mount. It's like a good poor man's go-to. Oh, good old Mastodon. I haven't been active there recently. I should post there again. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I like blue sky more too. I am I post there pretty frequently, but not as much as I used to. But I understand not wanting to do a job and then going home and doing more of it. Yeah, I think the image is flipped a little bit. I think this dark area is what this is. I could be totally wrong, but it's really hard without getting more detail on this. But that area is definitely very dark. It's the only thing I could think of that makes sense, like this area here. I think I've imaged M64 before. I need to look through my archives. I need to process this. Take a bunch of images and process it and see what it looks like. All right, I'm gonna keep the stream going for another not 8 minutes, and then I'll close it and pack up, and then do my other things. I'm glad I was able to do another one of these live streams. It's been a while, and thank you all for joining. It's always fun chatting with you all. Oh, looks like my guiding is having trouble. It usually happens when there's clouds. I'm gonna quickly run out and check what the sky is like. Yeah, it did look like a lone cloud just went over the house. And we have about 2 minutes before I close it up. Looks like the my last dithering didn't go so well. Probably because of that cloud. Do a little bit more zoom. Yeah, of course. Let's see. Where did I go? Oh. Let's see if I can make it get a little bit more contrast here. And if we compare that, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely reversed. So yeah, this area is probably what we're seeing here. Interesting. Yeah, I've never been good at using like the enhancements here. Oh well, I think this is okay. I need to shoot M64 with one of my bigger telescopes and see if I can post process a bunch more detail. But for now, and this is only what is it, 16-minute exposure, so this is nothing. Yeah, I definitely do better with like bigger objects like nebulae and like M31. Like small objects like these are hard to do. Yeah, like it's taking up so little of my focal field of view. Let's see, lots of stuff here. Well, it's past midnight. I'm going to close the stream in about 30 seconds. Thank you all again. It's always fun. We'll talk to all of you on Discord. Oh, hey, Mike Chan. Just in time for me to end. Good night, everyone.